Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Haley and I have to carry around this big thing because I have a condition called gastroparesis, leading me to be reliant on a feeding tube to feed me. I also have a central line that I use to run IV fluids through and give myself medications for a condition called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So in this video, I just wanted to show y'all what I keep in my medical bag. So let's get started. Okay, so let's first start off talking about the progression of my infusion bags. If you have a feeding tube or you do home infusions, oftentimes your supply company will already send you a bag that you can carry around so you don't have to be connected to an IV pole. This right here was actually my very first infusion bag. I started off doing IV fluids before I got my feeding tube. I mean, it got the job done. You can see your pump right there. You put the pump there, hang saline bag right there. It got the job done, but as someone who goes out of the house all the time and tries to be more independent, there's not a whole lot of storage space, and sometimes I'm out for longer periods of time than what my infusion runs for. And so it was really important for me to have room for extra storage, extra supplies, things like that. Once I got my feeding tube company sent me a backpack as well. And this is what they sent me. Again, same situation. You stick your pump in this section right here, hang the bag up top, and then right here you can sort of like see everything, see the buttons and whatnot. There's also another compartment back here, so if you want to stick the bag here and then maybe just your pump right here, you can do that. There's also a little hole in the back so your tubing can run out there instead of running through the zippers. To be pretty honest, I never really used the bags my company sent me because I found like a backpack was a lot better of a situation, like just a normal school backpack. There was a lot more storage and there was a lot more places to put my supplies that I need for my feeding tube and for my IV infusion stuff. When you are out and about, it's really important to have extra supplies just in case something were to go wrong or your tube might beep at you. Having extra supplies is just always a really good and important thing to have with you. And using a backpack rather than the bags the infusion company has sent me, it just worked better for me personally and my situation. Plus, getting a backpack is a lot cuter and you can decorate it how you want and make it so that it fits you, which I really like. So let me show you my backpack and what's in it. So this is my backpack. It is the MightyWell Infusion backpack. I'll link it down below. I really like this bag actually. I think it was like my third bag that I got. The first two bags are just normal Nike backpacks that I had adjusted, put like straps at the top and whatnot to make it fit my feeding tube. And then I got this as a gift and I was so happy because I love it. So this is the bag. I decorated it with all kinds of super cool pins. Love it. So just looking at it, you see this diagonal line. Actually a pocket, which I really like. So quick access things can be in here. I'm cheesy, and so I keep a good luck charm in the front pocket just for good vibes and stuff like that. Also keep hand sanitizer in there. And then there's another pocket right up top. There's one right here, and then one in the very back closest to your back. In this section, it's actually pretty big. You got one pocket, two pockets to stick stuff in, and then you have a pretty big section right here to stick stuff in. So in this pocket, I keep an extra tubey clip just to hold my cords in place because sometimes brain fog happens and I forget to bring an actual cord with me to hold all of my tubes and stuff in place, and I don't want to trip on them. So having an extra one just clipped on right here, it's always a safety thing, so it's good to have. And then I also have my glucose testing kit because sometimes my blood sugar goes kind of wonky. And so I have that in there, just a meter, test strips, some band-aids in case I bleed a little bit too much. Thanks EDS for that one. Some medicine in case I get a migraine. Yeah, extra lancets, some medicine for my POTS, stuff like that. So that's this bag. And then I also have this in there. And in here, I just have more hand sanitizer, a pen. Always carry a pen with you. The amount of times I've needed a pen because my phone has died. Just carry a pen with you. It'll save you. But like, it's just like a chaotic phone case, essentially. Phone case? It's just a chaotic pencil case at the moment. But I have snacks for in case my blood sugar goes low. So fruit snacks, Sour Patch Kids, some mints to suck on in case I get nauseous, and a plethora of like tiny salt packets. I also have sunglasses, chapstick, and some reusable masks. I also have my wallet in here, and then in these two pockets up top I have my handicap tag, and then I also make sure to carry my, why did I blank out? EpiPens, because I have mast cell issues and anaphylaxis sucks. So I always carry 2 with me. Actually I have one in like each of my bags because sometimes I forget full. So I just keep some in each of my bags. So these are also in there just to keep me safe. Yeah, that's the first pocket. And now the very back pocket. Oh, before I forget, there's also these tiny like side things too that you can stick your tubing through. It's just easier to stick it through the zipper in my opinion though, so I don't really use it. There's also the same things at the very top, if you can see that. So if you want to take your tubing out through the top, you can do that as well, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, and then this is the inside of the bag. Pretty big and spacious. I can fit a whole saline bag and my feeding tube stuff in there pretty easily. Personally, I feel like these carabiners are hard to clip on, but I got used to it. And the other version of the bag, they had a snap system instead. I like that a bit more, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so that's that. Fits everything nice and neatly. There's also pockets in the very back right here, so you can like stick them in there so they're more secure, if that's your vibe. And then on this side, you just have more storage, a big section right here, and then 2 small compartments. So in this big clear one, this is more so infusion supplies. So I carry things like sterile gloves, saline flashes, another pump tubing in case something were to happen to my tubing and I need to switch it out. Heparin, so I can hep lock it in case my infusion ends when I'm out and about. I can just quickly take care of that. Sterile gloves. I also carry sterile Q-tips in case I have a problem with my feeding tube stoma and I need to like clean it or it starts bleeding. I have this, or if I decide I want to put some like cream on it to help with inflammation and stuff like that, I have this to take care of that right then and there. And then in this section right here, I have a plethora of green caps. I think this is like mostly green caps in here, but like I've gone to like the ER multiple times and they haven't like capped my line, and I personally always feel more comfortable when my IV line is clamped and it's not being used. Just personal preference. And then I also have a clave connector. It doesn't usually happen, but I've had random times where I've just been like taking care of my line and then this thing comes off. So I always carry one. just in case. And then I also have gauze, split gauze for my feeding tube, and a whole heck of a lot of alcohol swabs. And then in this final section, I just have batteries and a feral bag and an MCAS bag to help with like nausea and stuff like that. I also, in this section, carry a brand new syringe for my feeding tube in case I need to like flush it or anything like that. And I also carry a filled syringe full of calmeseptine cream just in case I decide my stomach hurts too much and I need to put something on it to help with that. But yeah, that's my bag. Honestly, a pretty great bag in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie. Other things I've seen people do is there's these two little hooks on the sides, and so some people will get like a bag clip, you know, and hook it to both sides, just carry it on like their side, which is cool. Or also so they can fit on the back of a wheelchair. I like that. There's just tons of storage in this bag, and it's also really easy to like customize it to how you want it, which I really like. And then I can like put all my pins on it. That's what's in my medical bag. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a good day. Bye.